everybody, welcome back to James Plays Myst. I went back through that maze and solved it so easy, you know, no big deal. And I did it with the blue page this time. Reason why I wanted to start at this section is just to make sure I didn't miss anything, kind of beelined it for the exit. And if there was something to discover here, I just wanted to make sure you were here for it. So, doesn't look like there's anything. But, you know, I like to err on the side of caution. I don't want to do too much without you. Go ahead and drop this page off and listen to a more clear message from Akinar. Start things off.
Good. Still more pages you find. Bring more. I must have some more. All I ask of you. It's so long since my brother, Cirrus, wrongfully imprisoned me within this book. Stupid schemes. Pretty speech. Greed, which is endless. It should be perfectly obvious to you. He's done evil and he has destroyed all before. Do not bring the red pages to him. Not let him trick you. He tricked our father. Hideously murdered our father. He'll trick you. He'll murder you. Don't touch the red pages. I beg you to bring the blue pages. To me, listen, you must obey me. The pages are my only hope. You must help me. You must help me.
I like him. If I had to pick, I'm on Team Akinar, just because I think the unhinged performance is a lot more fun than the smarmy, like, sinister Cirrus. But they're both fun. I do like the idea that these are the Miller brothers, and in this game they are playing brothers, and they're just talking shit about each other, and it's fun. And I like the fact that they're not actors, they're just a couple of guys, and they're putting their all into this, playing these roles, and they're roles that have persisted for over 30 years, which I think is actually... There's a charm to that. Through all these remakes, even though I think the most recent version of Myst that came out in 2021, I think that replaces the live action with some really bad character models. I think they still use the same audio. So, you know, I just think that's nice. Anyway, you do know, right, that it's time for another story time. But not only is it another story time, I believe it's our last. I don't think there's any other books after this one. So let's get on into it and say goodbye to our very special segment of our Myst playthrough. Before arriving in this age, I was determined that it would be a journey to a world very different from my previous adventures, and it was. This time he's talking about, as you saw on the gear on the spine there, this I'm calling the Asmoean Age. It's the one, like the big thing on the rotating disc, and I couldn't figure a lot of stuff out. This has to be that. So I'm going to assume that the last one we went through was the Everdunes. Although I just don't... He never called it that in the book for that. But it's the only other name that we have. But he also talked about some things that really didn't come into play in his book about that age. Like, what was her name? Pran? Let me go back to my notes and check. Pran... or something else. Pren, maybe? Pran. Okay. And the Chachtik, or Chalked, something. Chaotic. I don't know what it was. But that stuff never came up. And we've been to Channelwood, we've been to the Stone Ship, we've been to the Osmoian. That I'm making that assumption. Yeah, anyway, so... The sky here is dark and gray and incessantly displays flashes of lightning in the distance. I met a very old man with a long beard and hair that hangs to his waist. He is very feeble and has trouble even moving. This man has obviously been through very many things in this strange world, and I have learned many things from him. He has told me an interesting story of this world's history. Years ago, he told me, there was a beautiful city that rose up out of the water. It housed many people inside its walls, and the people had everything they wished for. The city was surrounded by 3 high hills, which rose higher than the city. On the east hill of the city nested a large lookout post. The people of the city had constructed the post, expecting visitors to arrive from the east. People had no means of traveling on the water, which forced them to merely wait for friend or foe. As time passed, friendly visitors brought rumors of an enemy that existed beyond the horizon. The people grew fearful, yet nothing happened. One day, the usually sunny sky became as dark as night, and black ships appeared on the horizon. The lookout post's attempts at peace were turned away, and the sentries there were easily overwhelmed. The ships continued to wreak havoc on the city, apparently destroying everyone and everything. After the foundations of the city were destroyed, the city sunk deep into the ocean, and only the lookout post remained. The black ships sailed away. The man continued to say that 8 people had hidden and managed to survive through the attack. In the 9 years since the attack, 2 of the survivors had died. He also said that it was rumored that 10 years from the attack... 10 years from... I'm sorry. He also said that it was rumored that 10 years from the attack, the enemy would return to finish the destruction they had started so long ago. I have decided, since hearing this man's story, it would be admirable to save this civilization and stop this enemy's plan of destruction. I'm excited about the adventure that awaits me, and an idea has sparked in my mind to provide the needed defense for these people. I met the remaining survivors today, and I have begun work on a plan for protection. After a short absence, I have returned to this age with my 2 sons. They have, as of yet, traveled rarely with me, and they are understandingly excited to be here. They've grown considerably since Everdunes, and it is already obvious to me that they will be a great help this time, instead of the nuisance they have been in the past. All 3 of us, along with 4 of the healthier survivors, began construction today. We are building upon the old city's ruins, which will provide a perfect foundation for our fortress. My sons have been spending much of their spare time on the South Island, where most of my materials are stored. I'm very pleased with their intelligence, and their creativity is refreshing to see as they work on some small projects of their own. It has been over 4 months now, and construction is going well. My sons love the world, except for its gray sky. They detest the gray sky and tell me many times They wish the sky here were like the blue sky in Myst. And as we now can confirm, the name of the island that we're on right now, this is Myst Island. The old man I first talked to tells me that the enemy is due in 4 months. I feel we will be ready when the time comes. The man reminds me of Emmett in many ways, and I often wonder how Emmett and his people are doing. Emmett is from the Stone Ship age, if you remember. It has been 6 months of work, and we have finally finished the fortress. It rests between the 3 hills, which are now only islands due to a rising water level that the people experienced after the attack. Inside the fortress, I've designed a most intriguing device. It makes use of a technology called holography. I began experimenting with on my visits to Aspermere? That's another new name. Okay, Aspermere. Go ahead and write that down real quick. It will be working in a couple of days after I compensate for some small miscalculations. This holographic device will enable the survivors to learn to use the fortress. This all sounds familiar from our trip to this age, because we had the simulator. The enemy is due to come soon, and I trust the fortress will provide sufficient protection for all of us. The black ships have come, their attack was substantial, their weapons have been stopped, and it appears they have turned away in defeat. I could not help but smile as I watched the boats leave. Last night we had a small celebration, and the old survivors danced their dances of old. My sons did not understand why the sky had not turned back to its original blue. The old man told them that the storms would never end until the enemy was destroyed. I assured my sons that a blue sky was not worth the risk of death, and they seemed to hear me. I have had a healthy adventure and have begun work on a new book. Once again, I must leave a familiar age in search of a new universe I have begun. But first, I will have an extended time with Catherine, whom I miss very much. I must also return to the people of the Tide. That's another one. I believe in my travels I have found a substance that will ease the pain of their bone ailments that they have long endured. I hope to return to mechanical age one day and find the population growing and my fortress still standing. So this is known as mechanical age. Though the sky may always be black, I am confident the people here feel a heavier darkness has been lifted from their shoulders. And that's the end. We'll go back real quick and look at things here. This all looks quite familiar, but I don't think it's telling me anything new or useful, unfortunately, that I can use going forward. I do want to recheck this real quick to look at this map. Yeah, not super helpful, it would seem. Not with these controls. So I hope you enjoyed story time. Like I said, I don't think I would normally be doing such a thing, but with this game, and with it being so light on its whole presentation, that having some of that lore to talk about and examine and look at those books and the details that I did to help me along the way, I think it was nice. I hope I don't have to keep doing that in future games if we get there, but anyway. So, we've cleared 2 ages now. We just have the ones over yonder here. We just read about the mechanical age, but if I'm going to be honest, I felt so lost there, and it feels big. So I kind of want to save that for last. Instead, let's go back to Stoneship Age, where I have a note of observation that I feel can be of use. As I said before, I took some notes after observing my recorded videos and sorting all that stuff out. And I'm coming back to this. I was trying to see if there was some sort of combination to these. But then it kind of dawned on me that maybe it's just switches. So this is currently activating something with that on. And there's 3 of those. And there we go. There's 3 flooded areas. There's the ship and then 2 tunnels into the rock. And we've just drained the water out of here. It's dark. And it's making bubbly noises. This is really dark. Is there any light? Any light switches? I don't think I see anything that's gonna help me navigate down here. They didn't give me this place just for fun, though. There's got to be something that I need to be able to see. And possibly do. Maybe we... Hold on, let me take a gander from a distance here. It's embedded into the rock, and we do have power lines that extend out and around beyond the lighthouse, or maybe connect directly to the lighthouse. Maybe if I can get that power going, then there'll be light down there. This is also very dark. We found a light. We found a door. Ooh. Very nice. I would love to sleep alone in here. Okay. Drawer has... Oh, there's actually... Okay, hold on. I was surprised. You surprised me with that game. And you surprised me with that, too. Okay. So we go in here, and we've got Bottles, pills, syringes. Screws. How strange. I mean, I'm no stranger to the fact that there are odd details in these worlds to kind of make them feel a little bit more robust. But the fact that, like, you could just open this and it'd be like this. And that could have been the end of it. Why would we be zooming in on this? Would there be a reason? Don't see one. Like this. This is just a little fun thing. There. It's gotta be. But I'm not here for fun. I'm here for puzzle solving. Okay, that's weird, though. Whole ass room with nothing to do. Navigate the darkness. And hopefully this has absolutely all the answers in it. Wait. Wait. Oh no. Oh no. Something's gone horribly wrong here. If that's not for that... Please let me get to... There we go. Okay. So the middle one is for the rocks. The first one's for the ship. We don't know what the third one's for yet, then. That's interesting. Oh, that's even more interesting. Hello. Hey, Atris, did you forget to, like, write some stuff down about what the fuck was happening in this age? These look like they were brought over from Channelwood. Flower. Skull. Flower, skull. Okay. All of a sudden you decided to be weird. Each one of these going to have like a map in it? Maybe one of them's going to have a page of blue or red color? It's the other half. Hold, please. I have to take a picture. Okay, I've taken the picture. You can stop holding. Okay, the vault is... We're gonna have to look at those pictures later. They're not relevant for right now. So... we can save that. Am I navigating the darkness? There we go. Alright. So if that button was not for... Well, Well, there's only one other place it could be for, unless there's something I've yet to discover. There we go. That's why this piece was here. Look at that. We're solving things. We're so smart. You don't even know how smart I am. Can't open this. Oh. Oh. We let all the water out of it, but why did it have water in it in the first place? Why was there a valve? Or I mean, I get why there was water in it because it was submerged, but why was it submerged? Why were they in? Huh. Maybe that key's for this instead of up above. But the question will remain, how? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's the two brain cells up in my skull are rubbing together. Okay, so this was full of water. And we let it out, closing that valve again. And we're going to try this. One, either closing the valve or opening it again. There we go. Make it float, baby. And so dumb. This is our first item ever in this game that's not a page that we're holding. I'm pretty sure. Unless I've totally forgotten something. I like that, though. Just a chest that has a key inside. You need a key to open it. Something's happening. Yeah, we're getting juice. Yes, juice? Juice, okay. I can't seem to... There's no, like, indication, like, to power it on. I think it's just powered. Like, I can't interact with anything. Clicking anywhere just kicks me back out. So there's that. And that means we want this one. And we can go down here now. Light? No light. What do? What is the power for, then? We've already done this and looked around, and I even rewrote it that it should be 135. And, okay, this is still as bad as I remembered it being. That peak is... I'm going to write that down, too, then. Because that's interesting. That lines up. So I'm going to write down 305. By the way, Penn Jr. and I are starting to get along a lot better. Because I was finding myself frustrated with, as I mentioned, he was born a little different, has a problem with the ballpoint. Well, I shouldn't say he has a problem, but I was finding myself having some difficulty dealing with this. But it's going a lot better with a gentle hand, not putting so much pressure on Penn Jr. to be like his father, and understanding who Penn Jr. is and how Penn Jr. works, and just a gentle guiding hand. It's going a lot better. And I just thought you guys would want to know that. I think it's something that could apply to not just pens, you know? And I think that's nice. If we need any more of these numbers, I will come back here. But I wouldn't even know what I'm looking for specifically. Like, I could say this is 190, but I don't know. There's this that's slightly off 180. There's this that's hitting, what would you even say that is? Like 167, 168. But this, okay. That works now. And again, 135. But for what? For why? It's nice that it works. What did I do? Is this lit up in here now? I mean, that would make sense, because the power went into the caves. There's something new in here to look at. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, well, as fun as that noise is, I think this is just another one of those funsy things. How about you? Am I going to see the Eye of Sauron in this one? Okay, I don't see anything to click or manipulate in any way. It just makes a really fun noise. Maybe it always did, and I just missed that last time. This still same as it ever was. There's a reason why things are lit up now. There's a reason why I needed power to this. Let me just double check this. Nothing. Okay. So I think I'm looking for something along the way here. Walls, maybe, or a side secret path. Don't see anything in this one, at least. How about in you? That was not anything. That's just the way the wall looks, I guess. A. Does this do anything now? There's only so... I can only click certain things and keep myself on the screen. Well, I didn't look in this direction last time. That's my fault. But it still doesn't help me in... Well, we found the blue page. Haven't found the red page yet. Why would what difference does this make? We were able to navigate it while it was dark. So what does the difference of the power make? Bingo, baby! Oh. Oh no, what did I do? I'm sorry? I'm sorry? Okay. I broke everything. It's alright. I can just go back up here and check. Yeah, we're out of power. Now, that could have been that I touched something and set off like an alarm, as it was. Or maybe there's actually a time limit to the power. I feel like that's too advanced, and it was far too perfect for things to go the way they just did. So let us go back in here and so I did miss this. So they do connect. Okay, I'm pushing something on the side there that is causing this issue. No? Okay. There. Let me go ahead and power this back up. Oh, hold on. I think I might have one more idea up my sleeve. more, get some more juice in that. There we go. Okay, go back. Oh. There's so many pieces to keep track of here. And... oh, overshot. Oh, it closed. No wonder I didn't see it. Okay, back in here. This is 0. We'll say that's 0. Also, 360. You know, a 360 degree thing. And this is 90. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. And that checks out. So 1, 2, 3. So 10, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. No, that does not add up. What am I doing then? I touch the middle. Nothing. And if these are 10s, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. That does not quite add up to utilizing these how I want to. Huh. I was trying to think that you would use the 135 from the lighthouse position. But this does not add up. This does not match that at all. There. Anything else here? No. Does this matter how I leave it? No, because it resets every time. Between 130 and 140. A blink. Zero is north. 90 degrees is east. That's perfectly southeast. Because 90 degrees is a right angle, 180 degrees is straight opposite, or due south if we're going by the compass, you know, so this would be east, and 180 would be south. Half of 90 is 45. 90 plus 45 is... you all know your math, right? So can I utilize that? Is that enough? Presuming there's no, I haven't found anything else. I've got a thing in a circle up top. I got a thing in a circle right here. Boom, baby. Oh, God. Feels... feels so good to be this good. So now, with that on, is that the final? Will we have power down here? That's looking nice and lit up to me. Oh, baby. And there's our exit out of here. Now, I seemingly overlooked the red page, so I will have to return here. And... oh, come... you... dingus? Might as well just take a quick look-see around. I found this in one bedroom. The page has got to be in the other bedroom. The red page. So we will do this. Return, and in a rare decision here, we're doing Akinar first. Started with Akinar. Yeah, lots of Akinar this time.
Oh, my friend. Bring in the blue pages. I see. Convinced the Cirrus is guilty. Pray, do not release him. He will destroy me, just as he did. Innocent bystander. I've been wrongfully tricked into imprisonment. You have observed his unbridled lust for riches. In the 4 remaining worlds, some plot. It was almost perfect. Final blow to father. You tricked him into believing that it was I who was the murderer. I didn't murder father. Bring me the remaining. Please. Liar. All in a liar. Must not be free. The remaining blue pages from the last age of Myst. I must be free. You must free me. I cannot bear it here for eternity. Free me.
Now, I admittedly, I have my volume down a bit low in my headphones, so I can, hear myself talk and think, and it doesn't bleed into the microphone and stuff like that. I am having a hard time understanding everything he says, and I will have to go back and listen to it in review. But I'm getting the gist of it. He and Cirrus don't like each other. They blame each other for being imprisoned. Don't let the other one out. Don't trust them. Let's go ahead and track down that red page. Everything's off again. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and power this back on, just in case. having power makes a difference in there. A little more. There we go. I don't know if I need it fully powered, like all the way filled up or not. So this we just have... I did not look at this either. I wonder where I'll find a red page. How did I miss these? That's amazing. I just... You know what my problem is? Because I always go to the right. Because the right way's always the right way. So... I'm like Zoolander, I can't turn left. Is this gonna still have its power on down there? No. Beans. Alright, that's fine. We know what we're doing, we know how to do it. Just gotta find... And power that up. Head back out. Pump the water out of here. I was supposed to be a smart kid. You would have thought that a smart kid could have figured this out. I mean, to be fair, I would have been 9 or 10, maybe 11. I don't know how quickly we got our copy of Myst. It could have been, 1993. It could have been 1996, somewhere in those early years, though. And I think it was just more that I just didn't have the interest in it that I do now in these kinds of things. Like I said in the intro, I'd rather play Mortal Kombat. I'd rather play, like, the action stuff instead of this. This is not exciting to a kid. If I had buckled down and really, played around with it, I'd like to think that I would have solved these puzzles without, about as well as I'm solving them now.
With each page I can see more clearly. Soon, free from this horrible prison, this book. You must visit the one remaining age. You have not. Comfort that and my brother Akhenar is demented. He is guilty. He took advantage of the freedom our father had given us. Akhenar begins it. I ask you again. Do not retreat through pages. He will destroy both myself and you, just as he destroyed the other pages of Myst. Never will escape. You must simply bring the red. The story that I, your wisdom, you will see that I am innocent and he is guilty. forgotten island long ago. I will owe you my life, and you will be greatly rewarded.
He kees promising reward, but this journey is reward enough, if you ask me. I'm just having a blast, okay? Loving it. All that's left is this here, but I don't think we're going to be jumping into it now as we're right at the end of this episode. But what I will do is I'm going to open up those pictures that I took, and I will try to combine this stuff on screen for you as best I can, and I'm going to do my best to read off of my phone right now. Marker Switch Vault Access, Island of Myst. The vault is located in very plain view on the Island of Myst, and access can be achieved very easily if the simple instructions are followed. First, locate each of the marker switches on the island. Turn every one of these switches to the on position. Then go to the dock, and as a final step, turn the marker switch there to the off position. So, there we go. We now have full confirmation on what we should be doing here. And maybe we'll do that next time. But for now, everything we're seeing in this screen is our end game, it seems. And I'm not going to say it's all going to be done in one episode. I'm very concerned about this mechanical age and how smoothly it will go. But that's why we have the universal hint system. I'm actually quite surprised I've only used it once so far, and it was just because I was still familiarizing myself with the mechanics of the gameplay and just, getting more accustomed to things and trying to remember how things were working in the game and such. But we'll see. I mean, it's there for a reason. I fully intended to use it, just I was intending to use it way more than I have, so I feel kind of good about that, but I also feel kind of bad because I wanted to show more of it off, and really highlight how neat and useful a resource it is for games like this. I was really, really expecting myself to be stuck. I was still feeling like a kid, I guess. The kid who's like, I don't know what the hell to do. I'm going to go play Mortal Kombat. Except, we've surpassed, gotten so far in this game, and it feels really good. And I'm having a blast with this, and I hope you guys are too. I'm not going to say that we've got like one final episode here or anything like that, but we're definitely nearing the end. So, with that, I will see you next time, and I love you. Mwah. Bye-bye.